Is it easier to be a woman than a man? Because women get so much attention from men, and it's true. If you're an attractive woman, men will throw themselves at you and pay for you. Especially if you're younger, they'll buy you gifts. They'll throw money at you on OnlyFans. If you're like a hot influencer, they'll send you tons of likes and fawn over you. They'll even have you fly to them and spend a lot of money on you. You can get invited into groupies and celebrity opportunities and be on yachts and lavish parties and basically have a very superficial lifestyle, but also be financially provided for sure. But I would say likewise, if you're a good-looking man, women will throw themselves at you as well. They won't pay for you, but they'll want to fuck you. Okay? Now, does that make people any happier? That's a question really that I'm more interested in. I think certainly as a woman, if you want to be like a sex worker as a woman, even at my age, there's big bucks in that, okay? If you're a relatively good-looking woman, fit of any age, you can definitely use that to your advantage to make money. But most women don't want to make money doing that, bookkeeping, what I do, frankly. They don't want to do that, okay? So, but what really matters is if people are really happy. And I think when people are really used to someone throwing money at them, like these young women that get everyone throwing money at them, it's easy to become very superficial. You're caught up in this lifestyle of very superficial parties, money, maybe drugs, and superficial attention, because these men just want you for your body. They just want to fuck you. And when men are that easy to get, or for good-looking men, when women are that easy to get, they don't have to develop their personality. And that's the number one thing that I realize about guys who are super hot. They don't have a personality. And women who are super hot, they often have like borderline personality disorder, very bitchy, entitled attitudes, because they don't have to be nice. See, I'm not hot. I'm average, or maybe a little above average. I've always had to work on my personality, and also I wanted to. Now some of you may disagree with my personality, but I was taught as a child that I have to be pretty, intelligent, and kind. Now is what I tried, but I think when you just have people throwing themselves at you and handing you things, you do not have to work on your personality. You can be disagreeable, you can be bitchy. Case in point, who is that woman, Courtney someone, the OnlyFans model who ended up stabbing her boyfriend, Courtney Clemens, I think. Courtney, beautiful, hot OnlyFans model making millions of dollars a year. She was one of the top OnlyFans models, but she was an alcoholic. She stabbed her boyfriend many times. The last time she did kill him, and now she's in jail without bail awaiting her trial. That's what you're dealing with. Yeah, she got a lot of men, but she was a bitch. So being born really attractive, yes, gets you money, gets you men, but it doesn't make you necessarily a better person, and it doesn't ensure that you have a better life. But yeah, if you want to make for financial security, if you want easy money, it's the easiest thing is to be a good-looking woman and make yourself sexually available to men. Because frankly, that's what all the men want, you know? They don't care about the woman's personality when they're just going after her looks. If you're an average-looking woman, is it easier to be a woman? Again, men want us for sex, okay? Unless they're gay, they want us for sex. And there's nothing in it for us to have these random guys wanting us for sex. I mean, it's some kind of attention or validation, but it's very shallow, and women who are wholesome don't want that kind of attention. I have to say that I do benefit from my looks because I'm a woman. I do benefit from my looks because I'm a woman. But if I wasn't also modest, intelligent, and kind, my bookkeeping clients would not be interested in me, okay? They're interested in me because I'm healthy and I'm fit, and I have to be attentive and present with them and authentic with them for them to want to spend time with me. Otherwise, they would just be like, get lost, bitch. That's what I think. And I wouldn't be happy with my life if I was just basically just, you know, so easy available to any man who just gave me money without any discernment. I think that what ultimately makes people happy is challenging themselves and how they feel good inside, and everybody's journey is different. But if you're a man who's struggling to get female attention, because women do get a lot of attention, but usually we just want attention from the guys we like. It's kind of like we all like food, but I don't want to eat meat, or I don't want oysters, and you may not want Brussels sprouts, even though you like food. And that's how women are. We have a very big ick factor. Guys can't relate to that. We have a big ick factor. It's biological. That's why I don't like to watch porn. I don't want to see other people have sex. I'm like, ick, ick, ick. I just want to see myself do it. So women have a big ick factor, and men don't understand. But if you're struggling to get women, what I always recommend to guys is you get to the gym so you can feel good in your body and feel strong and competent. That you start keeping your word to yourself. You get out of the house. You challenge yourself physically. Maybe even join a CrossFit or martial arts. Join a men's group. So work on your fitness and challenge yourself so you feel strong in your body. And that'll also help clear your headspace. Join a men's group or have some male friends so you have some good emotional support. And start talking to women. And that's the same thing. Women have to do a lot of things. If we want to have a good guy for a relationship, we can't just go on our looks, because a decent, wholesome man is not just going to go after some skanky Instagram model, because the wholesome men will not date someone who's flaunting her body on Instagram. They won't. So these women that can get guys like that, they're not going to get a guy who wants to marry them, okay? And in order to get a decent guy to marry, you have to be relatively modest. You have to not be attention-seeking and needing validation from all these men. And you have to be reasonably intelligent, financially prudent, and contribute to his life. You have to be, the kind of woman who works and goes to school and tries to better herself. That's what those guys want. If you look at any of these trust fund guys, I have some people in my family who've gone to like Ivy League schools, and they were dating guys from the Ivy League schools. But those guys are not going to date some Instagram influencer and bring that home to their family. That's not what they want. They want someone also who's got stuff going on. So these Instagram influencers who can get anyone, it's like even the guys in the comments who are like, "You're so beautiful," they're just fawning at me. That does nothing for me. So wholesome women don't want that kind of attention. But yeah, and wholesome women do not take advantage of men who are on, like, just for fans. Like, I do not allow men to fawn over me or try to grope them for money, so to speak. It's like, this is the offering. This is how much it is per month. You can enjoy my content. I don't try to get more money out of them. That's why my Just for Fans is no pay-per-view, all-inclusive. And that's why I'm not, like, on here trying to get guys to buy me stuff. It's a shallow life, if that's what you want. You can go around, use your looks, go to parties, do a bunch of cocaine, travel with the in crowd, but is that going to fulfill you? That's really the question. But now, it is nice to get attention from the opposite sex, but that's easy. Just be fit, figure out how to be happy with your life, have something going on, and talk to people. I'm really inspired by Dr. Robert Glover. In his latest interview on Chris Williamson, he talks about how after his divorce, like, I don't know, it was like 20 years ago or something, before he met his now wife, he decided to say yes to everything in life, and he started salsa dancing. So he was at the bus stop waiting for a bus. I think he was living in Mexico at the time. He would just start salsa dancing with women. If they said yes, he would say, "Do you salsa dance?" And if they said yes, he would just lead them around. And if they said no, he'd be like, "Let me teach you." And he's a reformed, nice guy. And so he did a lot of work on himself. I'm like, ooh, I'm not that outgoing. But after my divorce, I was a lot more outgoing. I've become a lot more introverted lately. and listening to him on that interview inspired me. The way we meet people is like, we're fun, we're outgoing, we start conversations. That's, no one's going to come knocking on our door trying to date us. It's not going to happen. So I have to work on my own stuff too. Just being more friendly to people, because I was raised that I shouldn't flirt with men. So I don't flirt. Well, what if I started flirting, with single men, of course, or just saying hi to guys? So we all have to work on our own, we all have our own challenges to overcome. And all these women that have everything handed to them, and even trust fund kids. I've met few people over the years who were trust fund kids. They got nothing going on. They're boring. They don't like themselves. So someone's having everything handed to you is not the way to happiness, you guys. But yeah, women definitely get men, but men who want to just fuck us. And that's not love. That's not a relationship. And that's not good sex. So a guy, okay, I will tell you this, because I've been a bookkeeper for a long time. I will tell you this. I talk to a lot of men, and I will tell you that I think that for a man, I think the sex is just as good for him in a random encounter with a woman who's very present with him, beautiful, present with him, as with his wife that he loves. Maybe when he's first in love, it's better because he has the emotional feelings, but physically it's the same. He's going to get hard seeing her naked. He's going to enjoy it. He's going to get lost in the moment. He's going to have a great release. He's going to feel happy. And he's going to be ready to go on about his day. I'm talking about good guys. But for a woman, the amount of enjoyment and pleasure we get out of sex really depends on how connected we feel to the man. There's an emotional component to it. So the amount of pleasure that we get from sex is going to be very limited in a hookup situation compared to what it can be when we're in a nourishing, satisfying relationship with the guy that we deeply desire. And I will say that, when I was doing what I told you guys, I would get super turned on, I would get super wet, I would have orgasms, but was I emotionally satisfied? Was I as aroused? Was my vulva deeply swollen? No. When I was turned on by a guy, my vulva would be swollen just talking to the guy. I would be so turned on. That's erectile tissue. The clitoris erectile tissue is underneath the vulva area, underneath the lips. So when the women get very aroused, that will all swell. And most men never take women to that level because they're too quick and gropey and they're in and out. Before she can even get there, they don't know how to reach into her heart emotionally. And I don't think men have that. Men are not going to get harder just because of how they feel about a woman. Come on, I know this. Okay, I'm a professional bookkeeper. I do bookkeeping. And most of my clients are men, and I talk to them. And when I worked with them physically, I got to experience how they respond and how they react and what they look for. And that's why I really like that book, The Case Against the Sexual Revolution by Louise Perry, because she gets it. So many women are like, this hookup culture is not working for us. It's not. So a lot of men say women have it easy. They can get sex anytime they want. But men who are experienced with women and have talked to women, they understand that a woman would rather not eat than have a shitty pizza. Okay? A woman would rather not eat than have a shitty pizza. So but a man will take a shitty pizza. You guys are not that choosy. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're just designed that way. So when you say women have it easier to get sex, but that's not what we want. Easier to get money selling our bodies. Is that fulfilling? For some people it is, if they can do it as an offering in the way that I was doing it. But a lot of women hate it. That's why most women in the industry, they don't want to do the full service. They'll do the massages. They don't want a guy touching them. They don't want to do all that with some guy they aren't attracted to. So do women have it easier? Are they happier than men? You look at the people taking antidepressants. I gotta stretch. Oh, that's from my cupping today, you guys. I just had a body work session. if you look at the people taking antidepressants, it's mostly women, you know? So do they have it any easier? Are they any happier? Just because guys want to fuck us? You know? Why do women file for most of the divorces if they have it easier? So I think that we both have our own different challenges, but I'm glad I'm a woman. I'm fully taking advantage of being a woman. Yeah, I just had this cupping session today. Oh my God, it hurt so much. She really worked right here on this hip area. I'm going to make some more videos about the workout thing. I said that my next video would be about avoiding injuries. So I'm going to include in that about the form and about the body work and the foam rolling and all that. Because if you're injured or your body feels tight or it hurts to move, you're not going to want to exercise. And I don't blame you at all. And I don't blame guys for thinking women have it easy, because it seems like women are always getting hit up. But the only attention I want from men is in-person attention, because men fawning over me does nothing for me. It doesn't fulfill me. It's empty. It's like, you know, you're craving a really good meal when you're hungry and someone gives you grass to eat or a styrofoam cup with nothing in it. Like, it's empty. It's not fulfilling. I want a man's presence. I want his action. I want his presence, I want his focus, and I want his mindfulness, attention directed at me in person. When guys just fawn on me like you're beautiful, I'm like, that is nothing for me. At least on my Just for Fans, they're giving me money, you know. But when I was an escort, those appointments were really great, because men were very attentive and very sensual. And it was very emotionally fulfilling for me. Even though I didn't have orgasms, I didn't care. It was very emotionally fulfilling for me to have their presence with me, and I was present with them. So that's what I liked. And yeah, I did it for the money, but it was also fulfilling. Just the same way that a therapist will find her job fulfilling. Or, you know, hopefully the woman who does my body work finds her job fulfilling, and a dentist finds his job fulfilling. You're doing something for another person, but you're enjoying what you do, and you're helping someone, and you can get emotional fulfillment out of your work, whether you're working with children or with men. So that's my take on whether women have it easier. What do you think? Do you think women have it easier? Do you think men have it easier? And thanks for watching my video, you guys.